All right, showtime. You ready?
Born ready.
Great. Did you bring the dongle?
What's a dongle?
Never mind. We'll just show them on your laptop.
I was supposed to bring my laptop?
Don't panic. You shared the presentation with me, right?
I forgot.
Well, if you log in, then we can...
My password. I was about to say I forgot my password.
You ordered the food through EasyCater, right?
Yes?
We'll be fine.
Food can make or break a presentation, so make sure you order at EasyCater.com. Individually packaged food delivered right on time. How? EasyCater.
This is the men's room.
Get it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Register Consultants is standing by. Caller 9-844-999-OLA. We'll play Profile This coming up in minutes. Hey, we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. First, a quick check-in of Mike Hawk for some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, McDonald's announced yesterday that most of its burgers are now preservative-free.
Thanks.
About a third of their sandwiches still contain artificial colors, flavors, or preservative.
Thank you.
Preservative.
Doesn't matter. Are we going to notice this? So if I find it a week from now it's actually
this does not taste as artificial as I like my burgers to be.
If you found a burger before you liked it, you can still eat it, you know. Now it's actually going to go bad.
Will it taste different?
I don't know.
Does artificial something taste like anything?
We're all about to find out. Yeah. Well, I hope not.
In theory, it shouldn't.
Well, but if you never knew and it's always been there, then you would just say, because one thing about McDonald's, no matter where you go, it tastes consistent, right?
Yeah.
Too much screen time and not enough exercise could be making kids dumber, according to a new study.
Why didn't you give me that for no
My
S?
bad. It got mixed up. Jeff gave it to me instead of you, I think.
Jeff's an idiot. And Jeff was fired a month ago, Mike. I cannot believe no one
He
told
doesn't even
you
work here anymore.
Why is he still walking
Matter of
around
fact,
the
we're not
halls?
even allowed to talk to him or about him.
Damn it. My bad. It was Tommy. Millennial women say they...
Put this on Tommy, dude.
Poor Tommy.
Tommy's mom just found out she has cancer.
Way to go, Mike.
Man, don't.
I mean, seriously. And now you just made us say that to all these people.
Moving on. Millennial women...
Try it out, Tom. You'll be fine.
Millennial women say they need to earn at least $58,500 a year to be truly happy.
Millennial women need how much money a year to be happy?
$58,000.
Okay.
Millennial men say at least $118,000.
Well, there's quite the discrepancy.
It's almost twice what they said in a poll 2 years ago.
Well, sure. That makes it'll keep going up.
Here's a new thing to worry about. Drug residue left behind on baby changing tables in public bathrooms. Because we live in a culture of fear.
No, figure if there's any flat area in a public bathroom where you can lock yourself off, someone's doing yay off of it. I mean, basically just...
If you walk out alone...
That's the long and short of it. If you can lock that door...
And you use the family bathroom alone.
Someone has done yay on it.
Yeah.
There's a reason people go into the family bathrooms at the airport. Privacy, for a number of reasons.
Yeah. Let's see.
Cocaine and diapers, baby. Don't let you think.
That's where I do all my cocaine.
Better ditch this before I go through security.
A firefighter in Minnesota
my nose.
recently left in the middle of his own wedding to help fight a fire.
Okay.
Hey, it's his job.
Yeah. And it's
Wife
a
was cool
fire,
with it,
man. That's one thing to say, ignore this phone call. I think it's different with a fire.
Well, they talked about it.
Well, sure.
Like, they were like, what if it happens, this and that? And then I guess it kind of, like, the wife originally was like, no, it's the wedding day. Stay at the wedding.
Maybe
but
it's
the fire
wife.
was so bad, she was like, you better go.
Maybe it's the wife's ex-boyfriend.
Oh,
Found out when the date was. Didn't agree with this. Said, you know what I can do?
I'm burning it all
I
down.
can start a fire in the middle of their ceremony, and then I can get my girl back.
Lyft just launched a new promotion where they're paying people to not use their car for a month.
And use Lyft.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, not use the car they own.
And then call Uber.
I thought you were like, Lyft was like, hey, for a month, don't use us.
And then take yellow cab.
People in 35 big cities can register, and if they pick you, you'll get approximately $500 in credits for other types of transportation, like trains, bike sharing, and, of course, Lyft.
Is it just don't use a car or don't use your car?
Yeah, Ted. Like if you just wouldn't use your car for a change?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted.
Yeah, like what if we already don't have a car? Can we sign up? Or is that you have to be a car person to be able to get in on that?
It says in the fine print that I'm not working on it, Miles.
All right.
Did you know that you can look up the first thing you ever bought on Amazon?
I did it today.
I do now. Miles was talking about it.
I did it.
I don't know why.
I went and looked.
What did you buy, Miles?
The Butt Blaster 2000.
No, my daughter, who was then 5, must have had her ears pierced because she wanted a pair of earrings.
What was the name of them?
specifically. I can look.
Because you said something today like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
man.
it's actually true.
That's the Tutti Frutti, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
Are you sure it wasn't from your rebellious years, Miles?
What's that now?
For his penis piercing, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, these were pink. They're really nice.
Just dangle a little daisy dangler.
Yeah, no, they're great, man.
Yeah, they call him the Daisy Dangler.
The daisy dangler. Two golf partners in London beat insane odds when they both hit a hole-in-one on the same hole back-to-back.
That is impressive.
Apparently it's 1 in 17 million the odds that would actually happen.
I can't even believe the odds are that good.
All right, Mike, just before we don't get too far out of it, in 2005 on Amazon, my one daughter bought sterling silver pink shell heart earrings. My other daughter bought a Sky Dancers doll with DVD. Camille on Moon Launcher is what it's called.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
I probably bought
so
a
it was
book.
toys and earrings. That's what I bought.
A woman in Pennsylvania recently showed up at a convenience store drunk, and someone else who was there wouldn't let her drive home, so she flagged down a cop thinking that they'd help her out. Then failed to breathalyze her and got a DUI.
She was there with her kids.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, no, she pulled into the she pulled into the convenience store, and she had her kids in tow. And the people at the convenience store said, "Hey, ma'am, you know what? You really should not be driving. You were really drunk." And she went into the convenience store, obviously, to buy more beer or wine or whatever the deal was. So they didn't want her to get back in the car. So she says, "I'll show you." And she goes out and she flags down a cop that's going by.
Right.
And she makes him stop and she says, "You're not going to believe this. They won't let me drive home because they think I'm drunk."
They were in a state of disbelief, but not necessarily the part she explained.
Right.
Kind of sounds like the long version of what I just said there, Miles.
I'm not working on talking to you.
Concert tickets are the most overpriced thing we buy, according to a new survey.
What, concert tickets?
Concert tickets.
I disagree. I say printer ink, man.
Followed by college tuition,
Well, yeah, that's a scam for sure.
health insurance,
That is a scam right there.
That's a
too.
scam for
Can't wait
sure.
to dump mine.
movie theater popcorn.
It is, man,
Yeah.
but take my money. I don't mind
Yeah,
paying it.
that's one of
Like,
those
I
things.
know I'm paying too much, but I don't care.
That's
the
by
one time I don't care.
By the time I've gotten to that ball game or to that event, to that concert, I already know the deal. I'm not going to bitch about the price of the beer.
Really, for an extra $1, I can double the size of my popcorn? I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah.
If you said it's another $100, like, let me hit an ATM.
And then gas, apparently. The number one thing we're willing to splurge on is quality toilet paper.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I do like, though, at the movie theater, when they give you the thing of popcorn, they don't, like, tell you how expensive it is. Like, sometimes at sporting events, they're like, man, you guys could have bought, like, 2 30-packs for
I
this.
know.
Like, you don't have to tell me, dude.
No.
Like, I get it.
We know that. Thanks for rubbing it in.
3/4 of Americans don't eat their traditional 3 meals a day anymore, according to a new survey.
I never have.
You think?
Yeah. The average person eats 2 meals and 3 snacks every day.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
It sounds like that could go back 100 years. I mean, who really sits down for like, okay, it's, breakfast time, lunch time, dinner time.
Yeah, breakfast is always a little suspect when it's going to be, like during the school year and all that. It's not like you're sitting down to this big thing. It's like, hey, grab one of those, shovel it down your goddamn pie hole, and out we go.
And
Yeah,
inside,
Miles is right. It's just a different era. It's just
Much
it's hard to like
different.
sit down traditionally for those 3 meals. Plus, I think it's just a matter of what you're putting in, and you know what I mean. Some people eat late at night and get, they're fine.
Like myself.
a new study found that beer drinkers have a 40% increased risk of being diagnosed with prostate cancer if they have as little as 63 beers a year.
Well, looks
A
like that's
year?
how I'm going to die.
Oh man,
Bad news.
63 in a year?
Men who consume 3 beers a day could get it as early as age 50.
Uh-oh.
That's disappointing.
That really is.
Yeah.
A Dutch engineering company just
Find a new show.
a Dutch engineering company just created a car that you can move with your feet, just like in Flintstones. Instead of a gas pedal, it's got a set of bicycle pedals. There's no word on when they might start selling it in the U.S., though.
Flintstones went straight feet, though.
Yeah, they did.
You give them
Does
credit
that count as a car still?
Yeah, the point that it's called like there's a shell on me and I'm running, hauling extra weight.
Yeah, you're like retrictacrow.
Go ahead there, Ted.
Oh, dang it.
I don't even know what you're trying to say here.
He's trying to say retractable?
No. The
Reticulated?
reticulated bike?
Oh, okay.
Recumbent bike?
Right.
Like the bike where you sit down in it?
The recumbent bike, Ted?
I don't know what
Is
that's
that
called.
is what it's called? So my point is like this car is basically just that.
I think it's not technically an automobile, but I think you can
No.
still call it a car.
No, you gotta have a combustible engine in there.
All right, what about those little Fisher-Price red and yellow ones? Are those cars?
Oh, they're called Power Wheels.
The Canadian military is now allowing their members to have beards, but there is a catch.
What is that?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. First, the game is...
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Thrill here to please tell everyone how Profile This is played.
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes a story a story. Hello, Eric. Welcome to the Men's Room. Hello, Eric.
Hey.
Hola. All right, Eric. You understand how this here game is played?
No, actually, I'm not. I'm a first-time listener and a first-time caller, obviously. I'm just sitting in a hotel parking lot with Team Jan, so...
Cool. All right.
I'm unaware.
Okay, I'm going to share with you a story. All right. As you listen to the story, look, man, you got stereotypes, you got prejudices. It's all good. Miles is a white devil. Mm-hmm. But as you listen to the story, based on the clues that you get out of this, I'm going to ask you which race or ethnicity you think this gentleman is. And here is your story. We go to Tennessee, where a man was pulled over during a traffic stop, and he was found sitting on what they're calling funny money. The 29-year-old was stopped by police in Nashville, where he was speeding, and initially he refused to slow down. But after surrendering to police, he then refused to get out of the car, and he tried to drive away. Subsequent search of the car revealed a small amount of marijuana, a Viagra pill, for his penis to get it erect. And then they also found 5 fake $100 bills concealed between his butt cheeks. He was taken into custody in Davidson County Jail, where he was held on $7,500 bond. Do you believe this man with the counterfeit money in the butt cheeks is black, white, Mexi, or Jew?
I think it's definitely a white guy.
You think it's definitely a white guy?
Nashville, Tennessee. He's got the money in his butt. It's fake money.
That's a country song. He's got the money in his rectum.
I think just because of the fake money, I'm going black. Remember 50 Cent said he uses fake money.
He hung out with his favorite mutt and kept his fake dollars all up in his butt. So, you going to go white? Final answer, Eric?
Yeah, white.
All right,
for
we're
sure.
going to find out if he was black, white, Mexican, or Jewish next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Profile This takes us to Nashville, Tennessee, and a man who was pulled over driving his car. He is not very cooperative, does not want to get out for sure. And there's a reason why, besides the marijuana he's got on.
And the Viagra pill.
He's got 5 fake $100 bills hidden in his butt cheeks.
Chick gave that. The thing about this is I don't believe that him having the Viagra was illegal. I think they just pointed out to also let you know that he's just not so happy down there. But we asked you, Eric, did you believe that this guy was black, white, Mexi, or Jew? And in the end, you went white. Oh, sorry. Black.
Oh, the 50 Cent theory works.
Yeah, he got all that penis and he can't do nothing with
Well,
it.
he was in bankruptcy court, and they were like, you post all these pictures with money. And he's like, yeah, that's fake money, dude.
Well, I would say the same thing. Oh, that money? No, that was...
Yeah,
that
it's
was
like a lot of us rappers use their videos.
It's like that fake cocaine and the fake money and the fake hookers. Like all that stuff, man.
Yeah, all these fake receipts.
Right.
Now for all TV news all the time. Time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box,
Armageddon.
The Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right. If you what type of person would you say is on Jeopardy a lot?
Smart.
Smart. Maybe kind of geeky.
Sure,
like
man.
That kind of culture.
Absolutely.
But a lot of times also when you talk geeks or whatever, video games are a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, oftentimes if it's a rock thing, I'll play some Jeopardy audio like, oh, here's a rock category. And they do all right at that stuff,
sure.
Right? Well, you would assume, that people on Jeopardy have played video games or know a little bit about video games. But take a listen to this category.
One category still in play. Evelyn?
Video Games 200.
This company's Infinity allowed you to play characters from The Incredibles and Cars, to name a few. Evelyn?
What is Pixar?
No. Jordan?
What is Disney?
Disney is right, yes. Less than a minute.
Video 4.
Morrowind and Skyrim are iterations of this venerable set of games. Jordan.
What is Dragon Age?
No. What is the Elder Scrolls? Jordan, back to you.
1000.
Make your future fighting Gaul, leader of the Red Legion, in the second iteration of this Bungie game. Jordan.
What is Halo?
No. Evelyn or
I do
Nancy?
not know.
What is Destiny? Jordan, back to you.
800.
In the classic video game Joust, contestants were placed upon these birds.
Ostriches.
They were put on ostriches.
Good call, Miles.
$600 clue. We're doing well with video. A big gaming story of 2018 is Fortnite. This genre of game where the winner is last shooter or last team standing. And that is Battle Royale.
Of course it
We're
is.
going to take our second break. Come back to start Double Jeopardy right after this.
I mean, look, I didn't know any of that. I mean, you got jousting, but like the ostriches, but I don't play video games much, so like I'm not shocked by it.
But here's the thing. It's not so much whether or not they play video games, because most of them were not alive in 1727 for this play right now per singer, right? It's just the point that with those people, no matter what category you have, they always seem to have a weird sense of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
I would just feel like on some level, video game, as much as they know about French literature from, the 12th century, as much as they know about the Quran, they would know as much about video games.
My problem with that was that other than Fortnite being part of the question, I did not know any of the answers.
I don't know a single one.
So none of those were like, oh, all right. Like I would have gone war of world, whatever the hell, war of
just
world
call it
Warcraft.
WoW.
Yeah, WoW.
Just say WoW, bro.
And yeah, Halo. Like I just know the basic.
Yeah, but
World
like
of Warcraft.
But the difference
the
is this.
World
That's
of World
true
Cup.
of us in any Jeopardy category. Like, we're still exactly where we'd always be. You got one out of that. They could put up any category. On average, we would still probably get 1 out of 5. It just surprises me that they, who get 4 out of 5 on anyone, wouldn't know any of that.
That would be a good strategy, not to buzz in. Let other people buzz in, lose all their money.
It is, man.
And you just kind of sit there tight. And only answer when you know. Instead of
look,
guess,
if there's a video game category, like, unless it's like
Atari,
or it used to be like NCAA football, which I don't think they even make anymore. Like, right, if it's not that kind of stuff, or like, who would laugh at you when you couldn't shoot a duck? I'm like, that dumb dog.
Yes, he would. The hound that popped up.
right. Sorry, no, not that dumb dog.
Right? Yeah, it's probably like his proper name is Chuck.
Who is that dumb dog?
Dumb dog. By the way, if you want to see the video, that's up the Men's Room Facebook page. Now, obviously, Jeopardy's on TV. A lot of video games end up being turned into TV shows. All right? So I got a list of some video games that were turned into TV shows. Can you take some guesses? Now think of classic video games that we all
TV
play.
shows?
Yeah.
Are they like cartoons or?
Oh, Sonic.
Good call. Sonic X.
You know why I know
Sonic
that?
Adventure and the Sonic Adventure.
My kids have, it's still all the original ones, I guess the 80s, whatever the hell, but they have discovered this on one of their Netflix deals, and it's terrible.
Like Pac-Man? Did that make it? Is that a cartoon?
Like Pokemon made it.
Pokemon. You make it sound racist. Pokemon.
Why would you be racist if you like to poke?
That Pokemon.
That did sound kind of bad.
Does.
Pokemon.
You know that Pokemon.
How much raw fish you been eating, Pokemon?
Right. It's like, damn, man. Pokemon Go, huh?
Watch that Pokemon go.
All right. Then we'll get in for some wrestling.
That'll probably be on Pornhub.
The Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I vaguely remember that existing.
Mega Man, NT Warrior.
I don't remember those, man.
I don't either.
I guess like the category on Jeopardy.
I guess some of these shows too, like showed up on like kind of anime cartoons.
Okay, yeah.
Right, which I've never really been a big fan of, but I see commercials for it. I want to say like Comedy Central on Friday nights or something has like a whole anime block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not for it or against it. That's just a different sect of people that like anime. Street Racer is probably the most famous.
Street Racer?
Wow.
Racer.
Pokemon.
I
mean, this is going from bad to worse.
I think you know what he meant there. You know what I meant.
Street Racer.
I think you know. You got to remember where his dad was. You know what I mean?
Pokemon. On Street Racer.
You know, you lean forward. You don't lean back in them. That's some kids. You need a real bike. You know
Street Fighter was turned into a game. I don't remember this game or the show. Monster Rancher.
That's
why you didn't say Fortnite hit. Fortnite, man.
Jeez.
My bad. Thought it was like Street Racer.
Oh, my God.
You know, they like him
Fortnite hit.
They like him Honda Civics. That's what they race say or not.
Fortnite, all one word.
Apparently,
my bad.
You won't believe this, but women are actually attracted to that crap.
I misread it. Fortnite.
Yeah, please, can I get in your Honda Civic race car?
Obviously, a real TV show that showed up on PBS. I think most of us were. Actually, I don't know if you guys were. Did you ever watch Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
No, I remember the name, dude, but I never saw it. I didn't know what the hell it's about. To me, we would just call it Lost.
I remember Where's Matt Lauer?
Where in the world is Matt Lauer?
He's
in his office getting funky.
I'm still playing the same game now. Where is Matt Lauer? Where in the world is Matt Lauer?
Where in the world is Matt Lauer?
I've been saying that for months.
You know what? He's in the Hamptons. I don't feel bad for him.
No.
He's been hiding out in the Hamptons.
I know, people say that.
For like months. Like, oh, he's hiding out in the Hamptons. Like, oh.
I would like to do that.
It's like Kavanaugh's buddy hiding out in Bethany Beach.
Yeah.
What? You can't hide out in Bethany Beach. There's like 10 places to stay there.
Yeah.
The Sea Colony and 3 other dudes. How did they find me here? They knocked on 5 doors.
Dude, where's Ted? I don't know. I heard he's been hiding out at the tailgate.
Whoa.
God, must be tough on him.
One parking lot.
I don't know how he's getting through it. Anyhow, but Where in the World's Carmen Sandiego? That was on PBS. That was on as soon as you came home from school, and it kind of taught you about geography. Well, it didn't kind of. That was the point of it. It was you'd learn about geography and stuff. Also, he's, as a young man, 12, 13, when I watched that show, always been attracted to Carmen's since then.
Oh, yeah.
Is
Carmen a female?
Yeah.
Carmen Electra.
Oh, there's a good call. That Carmen probably helped a little bit. I
hope she even helped more.
Yeah, when you say Carmen, I think of a striking tan beauty.
I think of Carmen Electra.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish that was more wide.
That's fine. That's a good Carmen.
They know Carmen Santiago.
Good news, everybody. Dolph Lundgren is back as Ivan Drago for the new movie Creed 2. Trailer came out.
I watched the trailer this morning. Somebody asked me yesterday, hey, man, just do the trailer. I'm like, nah. So this morning I'm doing some stuff. It pops up. I'm like, I'll watch this. Take my money. I'm in.
How much dust blew off that phone when it rang?
No, man, he's been... thanks to Sylvester Stallone, man. He's been in all the Expendable movies. And
really?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Basically, he's just Dolph Lundgren being Dolph Lundgren, hanging out with Sly Stallone, but that's a pretty sweet gig.
Yeah, he's a genius, dude.
Dolph?
Yes.
Literally. What do you mean he's a genius?
I'm pretty sure he's in one of those higher
Oh, okay.
So
he's fine.
I don't remember what it is he studied, but it's
he's a Mason like Mike.
Nah, man, what did he study? No. It's something like, I don't know, like brain genetics or something. Like, this dude is deep into some serious ass science. And you'd have no idea.
Sometimes on movie and TV sets, people get hurt. Sly Stallone.
Let me dry my mouth.
Sly Stallone.
When I talk about Sly.
Sylvester Stallone.
Someone said, here, try Sly Stallone. You're like, I don't want to eat that.
No, Thrill knows this, that he likes people to take an actual punch. But when they
when he does Rocky.
But when they did Rocky 4, he told Dolph Lundgren, for the first minute, just hit me, right? He ended up in the hospital for days.
Because again, he has Dolph Lundgren just hit me, so he did I was
okay.
Broke a few different ribs.
You asked for it.
Yeah, well, a lot of those guys too. You know what I mean? You train that long for a movie to look like a boxer. You could box.
Well, he looked like a machine in any form or fashion, no matter whatever the sport is. I mean, if you put him out on a football field, I would imagine he'd still look intimidating out there too.
Yeah, Russian machine doesn't break.
Yeah.
I do not break. I do this for me.
Conan O'Brien. He announced that he's going to kick off a stand-up.
You're not going to get me, coppers.
Don't come to this comedy show.
That'll be his first one in 8 years. Miles, I believe you saw the last standoff he was at.
Yeah, he does a great job. I think Reggie Watts opened up.
That's funny.
I'm not mistaken.
All right, Conan used to work at NBC. Jimmy Fallon's there now hosting the Tonight Show. That is a bad relate. That was terrible for Conan. I apologize,
Conan. When Jay got Conan's job taken away because he wanted to come back in his Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah.
After that, they gave it to Fallon. Well, Conan slowly faded into TBS obscurity.
Jimmy Fallon had some people enter my weird family tweets.
Now I thought I'd share some of my favorite My Family is Weird stories from you guys. This first one is from Kim Johnston. He says, my dad once dumped his chocolate milkshake on the hood of my brother's Jeep because if we're going through the car wash, we may as well get our money's worth. This one's from @Lay22089. She says, my grandmother has fake plants, but she likes to use real dirt to make them seem real. That is weird. Yeah. That is weird. This one's from @MariaBarnes96. She said, when we can't find parking at a restaurant, my dad parks in the carry-out parking spots. He says it still counts because we'll be carrying out the food in our stomachs.
Something my dad would say.
Not sexy.
This one's from Danny Michelle. She says, when I was learning to parallel park, my dad used my sister and brother as traffic cones. Now we're going to learn to drive to the hospital. Here we go. This one's from @eTest97. She says, I once heard my grandparents giggling upstairs, and when I walked past their bedroom, I saw them wearing each other's dentures.
Oh, that's disgusting.
How would you know?
I mean, they're not even my grandparents, and I want to unsee that.
Oh.
This last one's from @Krusty316. He says, to save money, my dad used to bring us to the Disney section at Toys R Us and say, welcome to Disneyland. They have the Tonight Show.
It is funny some of the odd stuff like your family would do.
Oh, sure.
And then I've noticed like there's dad jokes, and then there's almost specifically like white dad jokes. And I find myself guilty of it. It's a thing going around like a joke a white person loves. And I'm just like, I do all that stuff. Remember when we found that blog years ago, like stuff white people like?
Yeah,
it was just like,
sure.
This under your sink. You're like, got it. Like, damn it.
Coffee.
They're talking about coffee.
Just coffee.
Yeah, talking about it.
Drinking
especially.
hot liquids. Things white people, especially men, love.
But Thrill, you're right. I see you drink coffee every day. You just drink coffee.
I don't bring it up.
Yeah, we never shut up.
Coffee.
He drinks cold coffee.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't talk about my drink anyway. You see what it is.
Yeah.
The hell else you want to know? If you want one, buy one.
Yeah.
How hard is this?
But it's a massive thing. And on the weekends,
That's my thought.
I'm white.
Yeah, it's coffee.
We
bitch.
text each other about it. Did you get a coffee yet, bro? No.
I'll
You
meet you
want to go
bro.
get coffee?
Okay.
You know?
You can't even imagine that. I'm like, F you.
Even when I get up, like, anyone need a coffee? I'm headed to Starbucks. Anyone need one? I got you. Anybody
Mind
need
your
one?
own business.
That's right.
My buddy is married to a French woman. And in the morning times...
Does he do the French press?
No.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think at night, I think he does.
But she...
yeah, just call me at night.
That's when he's on top.
So I got up in the morning. She said, what do you want to drink? And I said, I'll have a... Being a smartass, I said, I'll have a grande vanilla ice latte. It showed up in ice and with a straw, and I've been talking about this coffee for a week.
Right.
Like, you got to spend the night over at my buddy's house. Like, the coffee in the morning's amazing.
Wow. I'm sure he appreciates that. Hey, man, if you get a chance, spend the night at his place. I'm sure he's glad.
A lot of people do when he's out of town. It's kind of like Airbnb and I'm out of town.
Dude, just spend the night at his place and buy you coffee. It's great.
Apparently, I got...
Let's see. You know what? I am guilty of this. I wouldn't do it anymore, mainly because I'd have no way to do it.
Cannibalism.
No.
Okay, I'm just guessing.
Watching bootleg movies.
Sure, man.
I'm guilty as hell of it.
Right? Well, did you ever watch a bootleg movie?
No.
Really?
I always go back to when I was a janitor. I was the white guy on the crew. I remember watching a bootleg version of The Kings of Comedy on lunch break, and I was like, this is a little ghetto. And then I once watched The Passion of the Christ.
Of all the movies.
On bootleg. I know, I was working with him. He was like, dude, you got a bootleg version of that?
I had, my highlight was a person working for the entertainment section of a newspaper that we all know and love, and they had a screening at their home that was supposed to be a secret party that you were not allowed of because they were a critic. So and it was a one play only burn.
Right, you play and it's done.
You play and it's over. So like it's one DVD. When you play it, it erases itself. So
well, then you have to invite people over.
Yeah, you sit. So like everybody just kind of sits there and you just watch it one time.
What movie?
Damn thing's fried. It was. What was the? Oh God.
Who was in it?
No, Kurt Russell. What was the?
Tango and Cash.
No.
Big Trouble in Little China.
What was the one that was? It was like a fireman movie, but it was not a fireman movie.
The Ladder or something?
No, it wasn't. It was
Ladder 40.
Backdraft.
Backdraft.
Was it Backdraft?
Yeah.
Was he in Backdraft?
Yeah, De Niro.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
So bootleg version.
Was he in Backdraft?
Well,
yeah,
Kurt Russell.
then that's the movie.
Kurt Russell.
All right.
He's like the main character in it.
Okay, yeah, it's him. That was one.
But
the
Seth
one that
Meyers
breathes.
Yeah.
Okay, again, to be honest.
Gotta let the fire breathe.
The Backdraft. That's right. True.
Yeah. that's the whole
That's the
point
whole
of the movie.
Yeah, the Backdraft.
Is that these doors keep exploding.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? And you know who's doing it? Ox. All right, it was Ox. The other guy on the damn crew.
Leaving the window.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Well, Seth Meyers had Kevin Hart on. He's got a funny story about a bootleg.
I'm at the airport. We're still filming the movie, actually. We're doing reshoots. And a guy comes up to me. He's like, oh, my God, you the guy from Soul Plane. And I'm like, hey, how you doing, man? He's like, man, the movie's funny. And I was like, well, you gonna really think it's funny when it come out. He's like, no, it's out. I saw it. And I was like, no, you didn't. You couldn't have seen it because we're still shooting it. We're actually shooting it right now. He's like, no, I saw it. I can tell you everything that happened in the movie. And he starts telling me all the scenes in the movie. He was like, dude, would you mind signing it for me? And I said, signing what? He pulls the bootleg out of his bag and he's like, sign it. And I had no choice. I had to sign it because it's the first autograph I've ever really given. Yeah. So I was excited. And I immediately called the director and I was like, hey man, the guy just told me he had the bootleg. And he's like, no way. Before we knew it, in like a month, I was the biggest thing on the streets. Everybody had this movie. And the movie, the date that it was supposed to come out, we had to push it up like a month because they was like, we gotta just get it out. So we were trying to lie. We were like, there's new scenes that you haven't seen in the bootleg.
Right? That's awesome.
God, that's weird. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. All right, Mike's got your headlines coming up here in minutes. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Nebraska man under arrest for public intoxication. So he opens a can of malt liquor in the back of a police cruiser. Meanwhile, the seal that slapped an octopus on a kayaker, he's a bit of a bruiser. Canadian military okays beards as long as they are not too hipster style. A man has fake hundreds hidden where his butt does smile. And pot thieves get the old high school oregano treatment. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cop.
All right, our top story. The Canadian military has come forward and allowed their members to have beards, but there's a catch. They cannot be hipster-style beards.
I see. And Katie Holmes is busy.
Katie Holmes is busy?
Oh, you said beard. Oh, sorry. My bad.
Oh, gotcha. They must be neatly trimmed and not exceed 2 centimeters in bulk.
2 centimeters. All right,
so
well,
mine would be all right?
No.
Oh, you're deeper than 2 centimeters.
You're way big there, boss. You're deep. You're like 2 to 3 inches.
All right. Well, I guess I can't join the
Canadian military.
The Canadian military.
Looks like
Looks like you're not going to war then, son.
Yeah. They were recruiting me hard.
In other news, what?
I just, I don't know. They
Canada likes bears.
In other news, in Lincoln, Nebraska, officers doing a drunk man a favor and giving him a ride home to his brothers ended up writing the man a citation after they heard him crack open a can in the back of the police cruiser.
Damn, man.
Wow. He was that drunk.
But I will say this. I've never had what he was drinking.
No. When they turned around, they found the man was drinking Hurricane malt liquor.
You never had Slurricane?
No.
Oh, that's why we called it Slurricane.
I've never had it.
Oh, man. The high school, man, there was a lot of Hurricane. I did some crazy
I don't even know if I would know what the bottle looks like.
I don't think that I've ever had malt liquor.
That doesn't shock me.
Yeah, me neither.
No, you know
what? Robin just got the biggest smile on her face. She's so excited right now.
No, Mike, one day we'll sit around. It's got like trees blowing over, like the big.
Oh yeah. I've seen this.
Dude, one day we'll sit around and
I've seen it in a can before.
Yeah, we'll drink.
Oh,
some
absolutely.
Mickeys.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I know this.
They cited him for an open container before dropping him off, which I think is unfair because don't they have that little cage that goes from front to back there so that
the separator between the driver and the passenger? I mean, is that a limo?
Yeah, you should be able to drink that
that's
beer.
practically a limo. Nebraska cops. All right, gentlemen.
Way to be a-hole.
I will say, maybe I'm on the cop side on this one. Like, we're giving your drunk ass a ride home. Just don't drink in here.
Hey, he's not the one driving, Brad. He's enjoying the ride.
Yeah.
Mind if I have a cold one?
Right? He's going to go to the house and drink anyway.
I get a feeling he was like, mind if I have a warm one? I don't think he cared.
What kind of person, when somebody says don't drink back there, would crack a beer?
Right after you say.
Right after you say.
Right after you
Only
say.
an a-hole.
Nope.
All right, gentlemen.
I never would.
It is that time again.
Man versus Beast.
Oh, I heard he shortened this up.
We're gonna Man versus Beast.
It's
still seems long to me.
See, I took out one of the little goat braids and then I put in the donkey.
Okay. When you said you made it shorter.
Pull out the goat braid, put in the donkey.
Because the donkey is just a smidgen shorter on that one.
Let's see.
All right. Today we head down to New Zealand where a man was attacked by a seal in the most unusual way. Have you guys seen this video?
This is awesome.
It is fantastic. The man was out kayaking with a group of friends and they came upon a squad of seals that were feeding in the area. One came right up next to the man's boat and whipped the man in the face with an octopus that was in his mouth.
He knows exactly how to stun that thing so he can eat it.
Exactly.
So he's just looking for a rock, anything to smack that damn thing up
With the
with.
kayak.
So he's just like the kayaker, I'm going to smack this octopus up on it.
And he whipped that thing.
Oh, yeah. Jolly Joe and I had a conversation about this, and we created the term. Because he said, man, the dude got seal whipped. And I said, well, did he really get seal whipped? Because if you get pistol whipped, the pistol didn't make the decision. It's something you have to hold in your hand, right? So he agreed, octopus, but we combined the words. It looks like seal octopus, but we just call it the sloctopus. Now, follow me, man. So the sloctopus is that any time you hit someone in the face with something that's not part of your body, right? So if I grab a wiffle ball bat and hit you with it, it's a sloctopus by wiffle ball bat. If I hit you with a frying pan, it's the sloctopus. So in this case, when a seal bitch slaps someone with an octopus, we call it the sloctopus.
Officially the sloctopus.
It's just disrespectful.
And don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
The circle of life says that orca's going to come up, take that seal in the mouth, and smack that damn thing up inside of a boat.
Well, they said it was a good fight for a while, man, between the octopus and the seal.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah. And that's why the seal's kind of like, damn.
Octopus was all hopped up on the MDMA, just wanted to hug the guy.
I just want to hug you.
Seal just wanted to smack him.
I'm going to face hug you.
Just like Planet Earth 2.
He just giving me a ride.
Haven't seen that yet. Check that out.
In Tennessee, a man was pulled over by police for speeding, but police found something interesting inside of the car. We talked about him during the shot of the day. And rather, profile this, I believe. The man was asked to get out of the car by police when he initially refused to slow down. He refused and tried to put the car into drive. After he was stopped, police searched the car to find marijuana inside. It was also noted that the man had 5 fake $100 bills concealed between his butt cheeks. Why?
How good were these fakes?
They couldn't have been good.
Look, if they were 5 real $100 bills that you wanted to hide or conceal, there's a better place where you could hide or conceal them. These are easy to hide. So, what was the real value in this butt money?
Well, see, I disagree entirely with this because my thought is if I have 5 real $100 bills and I don't want anyone getting a hold of it, it's more likely I'm going to hide real money in my butt. If I'm hiding something in my butt, it's important to me. The counterfeit money, if I honestly believe it can be passed off, I would just keep it in my wallet.
Right. So that tells me that he didn't know that they were fake.
Right.
It's just even more of a guilty,
Right, like if it's counterfeit, just put it in your wallet.
Yeah.
Hide your real money.
And then you say, look, man, I went to Target and they gave me back 5 $100 fake bills, apparently. Where's your receipt? I don't roll that way.
He was arrested in connection with several charges.
Okay.
Pardon me. No worries.
Everyone in Peoria, be on the lookout for a 72-year-old woman's lost valuables. She lost her dentures about 10 days ago, so now that it's been official, police report that had been stolen. That's it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawkins live.
Okay, Mike, Peoria can't hear us anymore. Thank you. We'll see you next time for the return of Ted versus the FCC. Bad jokes, and we will drink and toast with a shot of the day.
Yes, indeed, it's all true, but until next time, please, do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
How do you order food for the office these days? How do you make sure it's on time and as ordered? How can you get it individually packaged? How? EasyCater. When you order on EasyCater.com, the food comes as ordered and on time 98% of the time. And when there's a problem, which is practically never,
thank you for calling EasyCater.
You can reach someone in about 9 seconds. How do you order 24/7 from more than 80,000 restaurants? How? EasyCater. Order 24/7 on EasyCater.com.